Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak 2 Part 11. In the previous video, we're hitting the streets, we're doing all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, we did our other side quest and then it took like a really long time. So,
here for some flowers.
I had ever talked to you? I feel like I didn't, you faker. I love nature ever since I was a little kid. I like to travel to check out natural landmarks nowadays as well. I could recommend you hundreds of them. The number one spot has to be Dirk Memorial Park. Do you want to see some of the rare eastern plants I brought back as souvenirs?
What would you like? Please stop by again sometime.
I don't think, was there anybody else we didn't talk to? I think it was just her. Because I do remember thinking, like, oh, we should talk to her, and then didn't. When we were walking around yesterday. Oh, yeah, we still have to do this high rail district.
Zoom, zoom!
Damn true, girly, damn true. Yep, still just sitting here not doing her jobs, ain't that right, Nancy? Looks like today's accident incident tallies for the Trion district are down from last week. Let's just hope it stays that way. I mean, on a week-by-week basis, I feel like that's just kind of random chance. I think you need a longer sample size to really make any sort of, like, assertions. Why the doom and gloom, Karen? Isn't there something you were expecting to happen? No, it's just until recently the whole force is on maximum alert, and at least they don't really know what's about. It ended as quickly as it started, but that only has me more anxious. Even now my mind keeps drifting back to it. Swin, you're being rude. I get you, the whole mess was way bizarre. Definitely makes you wonder. On top of that, it happened right after we finally got to stop watching our backs for Armada. You gotta let it go on some level, Karen, or you won't be able to focus on your work at hand. I know, it's hard to get out of my head. I envy you sometimes, Nancy. You're always so in control of your emotions. You must be referring to the incidents with that Crimson Beast. It only stands to reason the local authorities would be slightly on edge too. That said, most of the details are probably being kept under wraps. I get why they'd feel uneasy, even if there hasn't been any new cases. We're pretty much in the same boat. Swin, let this girl pass, you little asshole. You broke her. Now she doesn't even know how to walk anymore. There she goes. I guess I can't deny it. Things are more peaceful now. It's our job as police officers to keep it that way. Until last year, that rotten low-down mafia had the entire populace wrapped up in terror. We have to do everything in our power to make sure our citizens never feel that unsafe again. Life tends to move on whether or not you like it. Knowing when and how to switch gears is the only real way to deal with that. Karen has a tough time getting out of her serious mode though, so I'll just have to nudge her on myself. You guys look like you're posing for a picture, but ain't no picture being taken. Don't even get me started on you guys, you little fuckers. Justice for my boy Peter. You treating him the way he deserves to be treated? Wait, are you seriously, son? When the heck did you land that gig? I didn't even realize amateur modeling was a thing before now. Marilyn was the one who got me into it. Up until last year, I was really struggling on how to reconcile my heritage with what I want to do. But then she found me a job where I can make the most of my individuality. Props for that, Marilyn. Although it wasn't much of my part, really. I simply looked for something I thought would suit you. After all, you're adorable enough to pull off any outfit, Eastern or otherwise. Real dang, Marilyn, you're practically a talent agent now. Way to go. You know, son, if you're looking to get into the entertainment biz, you could have reached out to me, too. Well, see, the thing is that I hate you, Peter. It's not the big time or anything. My dad does own a talent agency. I'm not sure anything would come out of asking you, though, Peter. Honestly, go fuck yourself sideways. I'd have like died of embarrassment anyway. And, well, to be honest, the fact that you even have those connections kind of slipped my mind. Peter, please, just get new friends. If Son can find a new path for herself, why can't I? An occasional magazine photo shoot won't change my life or anything, so I'm gonna enjoy it as it comes.
All-new adventure.
Lady, I'm trying to talk.
Adventures of Rockford. Golden Calamity.
Even if I don't end up making a full-time career out of modeling, I'd say it's still worth the while. And best of all, it's opened my eyes to a whole bunch of new ways to change up my personal style. I got Marilyn to thank for that. I truly am glad I brought Sana into the industry. She's been even cheerier for it ever since. That doesn't mean our dynamic has changed, however. I'll be watching over her from the sidelines as always. As for Peter, just what could be going through his head at this point. Not that I can't hazard a guess. Dude's fading away, man. Looks like he's turning into ghostly vapor. The light's hitting him. Is it transparent? They always gotta make me the butt monkey, don't they? But I'll show. At least he's recognizing that these two are very mean. Over this last year, my dad and I managed to get on better speaking terms. I'm not really keen on using his connections, but it does give me an idea. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna be honest, y'all need to shut up. You're going down to a 2, you get to be an 8. Wait, did it save? Okay.
Band of soldiers managed to survive.
I'm sorry, I'm so like conditioned to games being like, I know you just changed the setting, but are you really double sure you actually wanted to change this thing that you changed? Because if you don't hit confirm, we're gonna presume that you were lying and not change it. The Z1 Finals, the T-Phone, the new spring fashion collections. Only I had more eyes to keep on all this year's hottest events and trends. In the perfect world, I'd hop on the bandwagon for each and every one of them. But to be honest, my wallet just can't afford that. Sometimes it feels like opportunity has my door blacklisted. Guess only time will tell how much of 1209 I'll get to enjoy. Lady, we don't even know if the year's gonna go the full distance. I wonder if the future's anything good in store for me. I've given up on getting scattered at this point, so that's out. Last year's UGC wound up getting postponed for only a day though, so I still got to go in the end. That's gotta be a good omen, right? Maybe that luck will carry over into this year? I mean, is the absence of terrible luck good luck? Because, you know, I would say it was, I mean, you still had bad luck because the thing you were looking forward to got delayed by a paranormal terrorist attack. Our family's been living in this country since my husband transferred here for work last year. Near the end of December, we returned to Elsom to hear the Grand Prince's New Year's address and join in the festivities. What's strange is upon our return to the Republic, I felt serene. Not quite as much as I would in my ancestral home, but still. It came as a bit of a shock. I suppose I've become more accustomed to life in Calvert than I realized. Sunday school teacher and friends helped me get used to Calvert pretty fast, but it's even better now that Mommy's settling in too. I think she's lonely though, since Daddy's always busy. Maybe she should make her own friends, yeah. Make your own friends, damn it. No matter how accustomed I get to the lifestyle though, not having any familiar faces around me can be rather isolating. It would be nice if I could get to know the people in my neighborhood better. I'm a bit envious of Lolo in that sense. He made friends the moment he entered Sunday school here. Welcome to Macmillan Cafe. Just let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I may only be a part-timer, but don't worry, my resume's pretty hefty. The resume in question has been waitress for 1 year. That's it. I'm only working at the cafe right now, but I used to have a whole list of part-time jobs. Okay, maybe not. I'm mistaken. My bad. I'm sorry. If there's one thing I've got, it's experience. You better believe I'll put it to use. I don't know. I feel like if you have a resume that's like, hey, I was at this position for a week, and then I was here for 2 weeks, and I was here for a month. That looks a little sus. You can maybe get away with it when you're young. But I just feel like that would like trigger the automatic algorithm detection program to delete it. Welcome to Macmillan Cafe. Take a seat anywhere you like. As the Tower audition get rather lively, my goal is to provide a place of solace in the midst of all the hubbub. We get customers of all sorts in here, each with their own wants that we strive to accommodate. So please, let me know if you have any special concerns that need attention. The cafe's been seeing a lot more students and other youngsters now that spring is almost here. By the same token, I've also noticed a rise in folks ready to start a new life, as well as those who are anxious about doing so. I hope as this place can help soothe their minds as they embark on the paths before them.
Welcome! Thank you for coming! Please stop by again!
What is this rude little fuzzball's problem? Go yell at someone your own size. You a witch? Just look at all this hustle and bustle. Go where the people gather and cast a wide net. That's business 101. Today's shaping up to be a grand old time. Are you the scammer lady? Or smuggling lady? Can't put my finger on it, but something definitely feels off about her. It's hard to disagree. That feeling when you do not pass the kitty vibe check? Yep, just another day looking at women. That's all we really do. We just kind of stare at women. Two exquisite specimens. Can I arrest this man? Each has an impressive demeanor and a sense of style that perfectly complement their natural beauty. The blonde one feels somehow familiar, though. Perhaps she's already broken into the industry? Pardon me, but may we help you? I can't think of many respectable reasons to leer at a woman's figure and ogle her every move. At least she called him out. You know what? Respect, Lane. That's a point for you. Sounded to me like he was analyzing our charm points, though. Oh, he was talking about us. I thought he was still talking about the two over there. Maybe this isn't just your average girl watcher. Where are my manners? My apologies for any discomfort I've caused. Let me explain. I'm a scout for fashion models, both professional and amateur, the latter of which is new to the scene. We learned that, what if we just didn't pay them? What a genius business decision we have come up with. My work entails hunting around for individuals who have a gift for making the most of their wardrobes. I spoke up because I believe both of you possess what it takes to rise to the top of the industry. Fashion models' name got my attention. I did hear some places in Calvert these days are hiring rookies their readers can relate to better. I understand. You're looking for new girls to feature in magazines with the hopes they'll ultimately grace the EGC runway. Having said that, we don't have time to spare for such activities. I'm afraid we'll have to decline. That's a shame, but I understand fully. Personal circumstances and whatnot. I do most of my scouting in the general area, so feel free to reach out if you change your minds. Seems walking around town with these two at once turned a lot of heads. Lesson learned. Because I was like, kind of confused still still talking about these two, and I'm like, didn't you interview them already? And that's why, you know, they seem familiar. But no, it's just because Elaine's famous. Models come in different types. Most recent on the scene are the ones who do amateur work for magazines and such. There's this girl named San, for example. One of our friends introduced us to each other late last year, after which I scouted her. She only takes on assignments every so often, but it does wonders for her confidence and self-esteem. These occasional chances to guide someone's life in a positive direction is part of what makes this job so rewarding. Plus the fact that I don't really have to do anything. Welcome to Stewart Bookstore. Browse around and you're sure to find something that suits your fancy. After installing a computer to manage our inventory last year, we've been experimenting with a number of other services as well. Our new online ordering and reservation system, for example, has been really very well received. Eventually, I'd like to implement a mail order service that delivers directly from warehouse to customer. That'll require coordinating with vendors, however, so it's still a work in progress. So, are books back on the menu, or are they still canceled?
Oh, please
Nope,
take as
they're
much
still
time
canceled.
as you need.
The new administration's like, no, we can't have people reading. I don't know what the Iron Wrench does. You definitely want the Gladiator headband. But 6 speed, 6 crit's pretty dang good.
I hope to see you again.
You said you needed a book on first aid for the festival, right? Let's see, would something like this do the trick? Whoa, the author even specializes in sports medicine. It's perfect. I knew you'd come through, Arya. Don't mention it. There's a reason I'm the Academy's head student librarian, after all. It's surprising to see someone outside of the library committee ordering books, though. You must really be keeping busy. This is what I signed up for as general club manager. I'd say the work is its own reward. Maybe the books, they just come from the garden, you know? I saw that they drop like music tracks. That would honestly be a good way to kind of have, to like implement the legacy books as well. That's something they should do. If they didn't, that's what they should have done. Let's have it be you can, you know, unlock the old books. I think it especially makes sense for like to have 3 and 9 unlocked since, you know, there's 3 and there's 9. No sooner had the new year started than the Vern Company restructured their personnel. Their launch of that T-phone followed right after. On top of that, reparation with the Empire have ended. Keeping abreast of financial news is more vital now than ever before. One must always remain aware of any shifts in the economic climate, whether current or upbringing, or upcoming.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Hey, you've heard those crazy rumors, right? You know, with the disappearances and the screaming and stuff, some are even saying it might be a serial killer. Yeah, people are talking about it here and there when I'm on the road. There were never any official statements or anything though, so it's kind of been petering out. Guess that means it was just an urban legend, huh? Are you kidding? Man, when there's smoke, there's fire. There's gotta be something that got that grapevine going. Sure, but I can easily see this being 1 or 2 incidents that got blown out of proportion after 3 or 4 retellings. Actually, it's the opposite. Nobody understands the real danger they're in. Either way, if those things actually happen, then I'm more than happy to have them, over and done with. Man, feels like T-phone's all the people are talking about nowadays. Can't say I blame them, though. I mean, just a click of a button and you got access to all kinds of info, whether from social media, forums, rumor mills, porn sites, you name it. And okay, sure, they're expensive, but come on, what's a selling point like that if I can't just not buy one? I like gossip as much as the next guy, but anything that hits too close to reality just spooks me out. The police haven't said anything though, so it probably is just a rumor, I hope. Give me that hot pot.
May I help you?
What the hell? They banned hot pot too? Brother, this country is fucked. The jiggly texture is irresistible.
Thank you.
Hello, take your time and let me know when you're ready to order. I just ordered the food. Not much of a talker, this chef. Kinda gives me a funny feeling though. Yeah, I think you're onto something. Little wonder these two would notice. Man is a martial artist of Hayway, but it probably doesn't stop there.
Alright, let's move.
And what's this? The substitute Spriggans are gracing our establishment already. And with the beauty's blade as their chaperone, no less. The rumors held weight after all, it seems. Wow, news must travel fast if you're a friend for Hayway. Or when you're a friend for Hayway. Van's notes did mention that. Should we be on our guards? It's better than being caught unawares, but there's no need to go overboard. The restaurant is kept in check by the guild and vice versa. Essentially, the family it belongs to is run by a neutral elder. Now, enough with the glaring. This is nothing more than a humble eatery. Besides, not as though we have any sinister plans for you in particular. We'd even be willing to strike a deal if push comes to shove. How about if we just want to come here and eat like normal people? Is that okay? Anytime. Believe it or not, our food is one of the best reputations around. I can vouch for the taste, so please, feast away. It'd be our pleasure to lighten your wallets. You think the meat dishes contain the meat of their enemies? Or the flesh of their enemies? Like sometimes you order a soup and it's just got like a finger in it. And you're like, oh, that's a weird artistic choice. Wonder what they made the finger out of to not have it melt in the hot soup. That's every customer served. Maybe I can use the extra time to go lend Callan a hand. It took a while, but I've gotten pretty used to this job. I mean, sure, finding out what's actually going on with Miss Mallory, my jaw dropped. She doesn't treat me any differently for it. If anything, I feel like I can trust her even more now. Whoops, there I go again, babbling secrets out loud to myself. And then she was never seen again. They're gonna put you in the soup, girlie. Our Chef Callan is gonna be a little surly, but don't hold that against him. His food's no joke, and he's more of a gentleman than he looks, plus he's got a few hidden tricks up his sleeves. Back during the Revolution Festival, he protected me with his bare fists. You can't really judge a book by its cover. So about my cobble, I think that's time I started playing around with the aerodynamics. Seriously, Jennifer, why couldn't you just mention this before we tuned it up and put it on the road? You were so pumped about taking Lucio on with it. What you've got? What changed? Everything! Didn't you see those new parts Ingrid had the last one? Whoa, talk about revving your engines. These must be the motorheads Zam was talking about. The street races, you mean? They're definitely mobile car enthusiasts, to put it lightly. Lucio said he doesn't have a mirror to spare on racing anymore, but that hasn't sold his wheels any. He's even doing research on auto parts from what I can tell. Might be good to hit him up for some advice next time. More of an Ingrid and Leno gal, so I'll bet he's got a lot to teach about on the other brands.
So sleepy.
Jeez, my team makes more of a ruckus than the hot rods we drive. It's a wonder they have enough roadside etiquette to avoid causing trouble for normal folks on public streets. Guess they wouldn't call us auto maniacs who weren't a little maniacal, though. Guess I'll just have to keep them in line somehow. Hey, gee, about that luxury car display going on in Longport? Oh yeah, you mean the special edition model they're unveiling for the Lunar New Year? Don't forget how big a fan you are of that brand, Downey. Hell yeah, man. Now that it's on my radar, I can't rest until I see the baby in person. Pack your bags, Hides. It's time to get our asses to Longport Stat. Hang on a minute. You want to go now? I got my plans too, you know. And is the dictionary definition of inconsiderate. I've already got my own plans. He could at least ask if I'm free for trying to drag me halfway across the country, and then the crab's like, oh, okay. He used the dictionary definition of inconsiderate? I'm on a fucking plate!
Let's go.
You ever consider what I wanted to do? A luxury car from Red Star, the brand that owns my soul, can you believe it? I just gotta see that baby for myself, and there's no better way to do that than hauling ass to Longport. There are a number of different families in Hayaway, but not all of them as prudent as ours. Matters are growing harried on that front, but it's nothing you need to concern yourselves with. We may end up petitioning some more Spriggan assistance, though, if the situation demands it. If I recall correctly, the Lai family was quashed when its collusion with Almada was uncovered. Hayaway must still be dealing with the aftermath of that. Ooh, this food cart looks pretty promising. Welcome. Care for a drink? I have a few desserts on offer as well. Looks like you've given some of your menu items an Eastern spin. I'm guessing you tweak things according to where you set up shop? Sheena's familiarity with Eastern culture lends an authenticity that goes beyond just a mere spin. Achieving this level of accuracy speaks to your considerable amount of skill and experience, though. On the contrary, I still have much to learn. The best beverages are those that are tailored to the customer's mood, not to mention the current temperature and humidity. It's a simple concept, but profound all the same. Even now I'm working to improve day by day. All this mixology talk's really working up a thirst, huh, S? Yeah, maybe we can get something non-alcoholic for ourselves. Yeah, definitely wouldn't want to get anything alcoholic. Wouldn't want the child murderers to have any alcohol in their system. Like, I don't have to do a disclaimer about how murdering people is bad. We never really talk about that. But, oh, we wouldn't want to even begin to imply that we were imbibing alcohol. It's been a year since I opened this mobile bar, but I still feel there's more I can get out of it. On that note, there's been noticeably less foot traffic around here than usual. The temporary closure for Spirit Cinema seems to be the main— What?! What the fuck you mean temporary closure? I was just gonna introduce him to the best part of being a Spriggan. The 3-hour movie break. I'm looking forward to the crowds it'll bring.
Hello.
Just hand over the salad, lady.
Thank you.
Can't fucking put a hit out, man. Popcorn guy must be devastated. Nobody's gonna want to buy popcorn if they're not open.
Care for some popcorn?
I would, but I can't just eat popcorn normally. What am I, a barbarian? I hadn't realized the Spirit Cinema was temporarily closed. Dash it all, I suppose I have no choice but to go to the multiplex at the Trion Mall instead. Much I like to prefer otherwise. Oh, okay. Maybe the 3-hour movie break is still a possibility. Frankly, the atmosphere of that place isn't my cup of tea.
Hi there. Want to try something? Come again.
Hey there, how about some popcorn? No better snack when you're at the movies. Of course, that point's kind of moot since the Spirit Cinema's closed for remodeling right now, but popcorn's delicious no matter the occasion, so come out while you get it while it's hot. You ever try putting some mustard on your popcorn? What about some ketchup? What about some extra salt in case you don't think there's enough salt on them already? The movie theater was starting to show its age, so they decided renovations were in order. Only makes sense, the multiplex over at Trion Mall is going to be stiff competition with all that state-of-the-art equipment and whatnot.
I've got some delicious...
Hey there guys, want to try our new special? I call it the winter combo. The cold weather doesn't take away from the taste. If anything, it actually accentuates it. What's this? A spot of gourmet in your midst, isn't that right, young lady? Oh, was it that obvious? I've got an extra stomach for sweets, so yeah, you could say I'm a sugarholic. I thought as much. How about I try and guess your favorite flavor to boot? Let's see, what kind of vibe am I picking up? You read as a citrus and chocolate girl, and everything in between too. In other words, when it comes to ice cream, you don't limit yourself to a single flavor. Guys, you're being real rude right now. Let these people pass. You don't, in other words, when it comes to ice cream, you don't limit yourself to a single flavor or topping. You like them all. Holy moly, you're right on the nose. Any ice cream is an ice cream in my book. Call it an unconditional love. How'd you know? ESP, Spy Network? Taking Nadia as an ice cream enjoyer on site is one thing, but her flavor preferences or lack thereof? Seems like this is less an educated guess and more pure intuition. It's pretty impressive on its own, though. Maybe she just knows she's in a anime land, and of course the girl with pink hair is the one that likes sugar.
What can I get for you?
Maybe she's just media literate.
Thanks for shopping.
Sussing out a customer's taste is a gift that comes from interacting with so many sweet tooths. It's like we're all parts of the same mouth. Our hearts are connected, to put it in a less gross way. That's my secret. Nowadays I can see most people's flavors written all over them. I mean, I guess there's, you know, stranger superpowers to have. Well, I mean, we got Reen, who can sense stuff. Also, apparently Nadia can sense stuff, too. And Van can just randomly smell danger, because, of course, he can. No explanation needed. So I guess she can have a sweet sense. A sixth sweet sense.
What to do?
You think people just like randomly walk into the news agency and like raid the vending machine and then walk out without interacting? That would leave me shook. If I was like the receptionist and I saw that shit. I understand that Mariel's been conducting an independent investigation. Frankly, it's more than a little concerning, but so long as it doesn't impact her work on the culture section, we'll just keep an eye out for now. Given her past performance, I'm willing to allow some leeway on what she chooses to cover. That girl has a keen instinct, all told. Acting on it was precisely what led to her achievements last year. Ariel always strove to measure up with Dingo, so I'm afraid his passing would cause her to lose her way. Seems my fears are unfounded, though, so she's absorbing his teachings and improving as a reporter one step at a time. Now, of course, she's still a greenhorn with a tendency to leap before she looks, but I'd say she's making steady progress. Welcome to Tyro Times. How can I help you today? If you're here to speak with one of our reporters, I'm afraid there may be a bit of a wait. Everyone has a lot on their plates, what with all the events and other high-profile happenings this year. I have to wonder if Mario's gonna be alright, though. He's been doing more independent investigations than ever now. Hard not to worry that she might be getting in over her head. You know who got in over his head? Man, I've never seen Mario this gung-ho before. Apparently the editor-in-chief's given her a little more freedom to act on her own as her would for her own accomplishments last year. One minute I'm showing her the ropes, and next she's climbing up above me. I can't tell if I'm more proud or jealous. Last year I kept getting assigned to other departments that needed a hand. Much to my relief, they're having me focus on the culture section for the time being. Most should be Z1 coverage though, so I'm gonna have to rev my engines to keep up. Oh, nice of you to visit, Elaine, and who do we have here? These are the substitute Spriggans Van appointed to fill in for him while he's out of the capital. I issued a request to both of them, hence why they're assisting me right now. How do you do? I'm N and this is S. You must be Mario. We read about you in the files Van left us. Van has files on me? Wow, you sure are polite. N and S, was it? Her name is Nadia minus Swin. She's just messing with you. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Okay, sounds like you two must be pretty close. I learned about that criminal who appeared at the Republican Army garrison, by the way. Nothing of note has happened since that incident, so the police and government are both at standstills. But that was another troubling case I've been keeping tabs on recently. A journalist I look up to has told me to follow my intuition, so I'm going to stick this one out a bit. A journalist you look up to, ... it couldn't be? I think I can guess who that might be. Not really following, but I like the confidence. Good luck out there. Got a lot to learn as a journalist, but for now I'm going to follow my gut and pound the pavement in search of a scoop. It was nice meeting you, by the way. If you're running any good leads, be sure to let me in on them. Okay, so I guess we're done. And we can head to the long-awaited Trion Tower.
Zoom, zoom!
First things first, take a sip of the sauce.
Oh, so this is Trion Tower.
We'd only ever seen it from a distance. It makes a way bigger impression up close.
Can you believe that me of 5 minutes ago used to think Orcus Tower was the cooler one?
I mean, it still is. This one hasn't fired a, god laser or empowered a god machine.
Guess I'm gonna have to redo my ranking.
Keep in mind that Crossbow's Orcus Tower serves a very different purpose from Trion Tower. Yeah, Orcus Tower, it's the font of evil. It wouldn't be fair to judge them by the same metrics. Yeah, names aside, Orcus Tower is more of a skyscraper. Trion Tower, on the other hand, is better described as a general infrastructure. It acts as a relay transmitter for broadcasting orbital waves throughout Edith. And that's only one of the various roles it fulfills. Managing all of Edith's network comms has probably been the biggest one these last few years. Hold on, something doesn't add up here. Trion Tower is designed by Professor Epstein, right? And that was 50 years ago, just after the World War Revolution. Correct, it was initially built as a clock tower to compete with meteorological instruments. About 20 years later, they installed a radio facility. It took another 2 decades before they implemented support for all manner of orbital communication waves. But the tower's overall shape and frame are basically unchanged. Which implies Professor Epstein saw modern orbital networking coming a whole half-century before it was invented. That's rather far-fetched, though it's a little frightening how I can't actually refute you. Pretty flaky of the guy to leave all these crazy predictions and inventions behind. True! But I mean, if we can use the Genesis to time travel, there's no reason to think he couldn't have had some sort of actual foresight. It's definitely not impossible though. Or been able to time travel himself. Could be a situation like that's how he knows the world ends, because he couldn't go past, 1209 or whatever. Who cares about all that mumbo jumbo anyway? This is the perfect chance to take on all the sights. Come on, Ness, what should we hit up first? Do I look tourist to you? We're making the rounds covering the establishments around the mall would be a good start. As far as views go, the most impressive one here can be found on the tower's observation deck. That being the case, what do you say we save the best for last? Now you're talking. Good thing we have a local to give us the inside scoop, huh? You sure about this? We're still in the job here. This is the route we'd have to take on our investigation anyway. Besides, there's no harm in mixing business with pleasure, but in your first day in the capital, I imagine you haven't had much chance to enjoy the city outside of your 4 SPGs. If Beauty's Blade had a third B, it'd stand for big-hearted. No wonder everyone looks up to you. Yeah, you're almost nothing like Van said you'd be. And what exactly did Van say I would be? Oh god, open mouth, insert foot. You know, scary, demanding, the kind of lady we should watch our step around, mean, worse than Anya's. The usual. Why'd you go and tell her all that? Because I'm an ally to scorned beauties all over the world. Since when? That's enlightening. I'm sure Van was only playing it up for laughs. Oh, no need to defend the man. He can do so himself in person. Now then, shall we be off? I'll lead the way. Man whose smiles could be that scary. A maiden's heart is like a maze of landmines. Better start taking notes, S. But like, if you're actually her ally, wouldn't you want to lie and say Van said nice things about him, about her?
Here you'll find Trion Tower.
So that she'll be like, oh man, he doesn't act, you know, he does like me back. And I should try harder. Because now you're just kind of blowing up their spot. Yeah, there are a lot of people here, sire.
Visit the new Liberal Boutique, which just opened this year. Disable a range of imported goods from the Liberal Kingdom.
The wait is over, everyone. Welcome to Trion Mall. Now, if I could have you crane your necks back and direct your attention to the building just ahead. What you're seeing is one of Edith's most iconic landmarks, Trion Tower. My words, that's the famous Trion Tower. It's even more impressive than the Great Spire. Time to put that new camera we picked up to use. We'll need some pictures to remember this day by.
Good news, everyone. Mishy has finally made his way to Calvert.
Holy hell. They got that damn imposter.
Pay him a visit today and make a wishy with Mishy.
The price is reasonable enough, and I don't dislike the design. Brother, please don't buy the green denim jacket. I am begging you, don't buy the green denim jacket, man. Don't do it. Oh god, Alba, you're fucking cooked, man. It doesn't seem a bit on the sleazy side. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but that's just how the trends work. Besides, man, it looks styling on you. What more could you ask for? Don't forget, we got school festival prep to get after this. So quit wasting time and pick something already. I mean, if you're gonna ask anyone what you probably should ask like a debt. Like, I don't know if you want to ask, like, take the suggestions of what the dude wants you to wear. If that's not what you're after. How did we end up in here anyway? Whatever happened to Julian? He said he was headed over to the gun shop at the department store in front of the station. Who cares about him? This downtime's our chance to nab some snazzy threads that'll reel in the chicks. But like, have you reeled in the chicks? Are you speaking from a point of experience? I feel like you're not. Hello, welcome to R&M. Well, it's not often I get the pleasure of greeting such fashionable patrons. The outfits are all quite striking, not to mention well-balanced color-wise, yet they also seem practical for moving around in. Very astute observations. In here, I thought you were going to be some smarmy store clerk, but you're actually pretty darn shrewd. S, take a page out of your book. S should take a page out of your book and compliment my outfit. I mean, come on, it's both stylish and sexy. I mean, I'll give you the stylish part. I don't know about the last, but yeah, kind of in agreement. Meanies, this is how you treat a lady. These two never fail to amuse me. As far as fashion is concerned, it's always a good thing to have a style that's unique to you. We have plenty of commodities that can help bring out the best in your attire, so please have a look around. I mean, it's definitely better than, I mean, Swin, basically, he's got the fucking Lloyd get up, like, he feels like he raided his closet. I mean, really, it's mainly just like the kind of blue jacket vest. This store is the flagship location for our company expansion into Calvert. When my team and I rose to that challenge, we opted to abandon our previous approach of durable apparel that's made it to last. In their place, we offered clothing consumers could afford to replace in order to keep pace with shifting trends. Adopting that tactic paid off in spades, especially given how susceptible metropolitan areas like this are to short-lived fads. Our plan is to keep this momentum and continue blazing trails through Daybreak 2 in the world of fashion.
Anything of interest?
A little bit better, but nothing crazy, with incredible arts resistance, +4. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I hope you found everything to your liking.
So this is the apparel store everyone's raving about. How's it gotta be so ritzy? I can't take it. We don't have anything like this out in the country. I'm here in the city now, so whether I like it or not, I have to change. Then I'm gonna ask that girl out.
So sweet. Good news, everyone. Mishy has
Your story bored, Nadia. You've got no shot.
pay him a visit today and make a wishy with Mishy.
Maybe I'll sit on a movie today. The poster design might make a good reference point too. You seem familiar. I can't think of who you're supposed to be. That probably sounds weird without context. I'm a freelance advertising designer. Just recently, one of my clients told me my concepts were outdated and lack personality. Maybe not. I feel like we've seen you though. I figured coming to the mall and seeing what's so popular might spark some inspiration for my work. Like, weren't you?
Here you'll find Trion
Maybe I was a different person. That was like delivering stuff to the mall
a movie theater,
in
boutiques, and other
the mall area on Station Street. Here's hoping something points me in the right direction.
fabulous time here. If you have a ticket, please proceed to the entrance.
We're only here because the theater in Tyrell's closed, so but look how cool and fancy this place is, or still look. It doesn't have the same old-timiness as the Spirit, but I wouldn't mind switching them once in a while. Some of the movie Stardust shows are different too. Maybe we can visit whenever there's one I want to see. We never get to leave anyway. My mom has been in the bathroom forever. Same as always. Yeah, that lady's got a problem. Like, she needs help. Three-point heat was incredible. And so are you, Shignon. You're practically a walking movie encyclopedia. Actually, this is my first time watching it too. Thanks for inviting me, by the way. Not at all. We're fellow first years striving to liven up the school festival. It's vital we get to know each other. Man, the tongue is like really tied. Yes, it is. It's the first video of the day. You know, you gotta untwine it, I suppose.
We have merchandise.
Next time we should ask Odette and Anya's to come with us. Sure thing.
Why not buy a souvenir?
You'll be screening your own student film for the festival, right? Can hardly wait to see it. Thanks, I'll do everything I can to make it a hit. Good luck with the bazaar you're planning too. I love Golden Blood so much that I came back to see it over and over again. Eventually the routine set in and now just come to the multiplex out of pure habit.
Soon begin.
Right now there are two new movies that pique my curiosity. One starring Judith Lannister and the other Nina Findlay. What should I start with though? Choices. Is that supposed to be Nina? I mean, it doesn't really look like her, but it doesn't not look like her.
We have merchandise for the movie on sale in the shop. Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Welcome to Stardust Cinema! We operate as a cinema complex. In other words, we're a type of movie theater. We have a wide variety of screens and movies available for viewing. So whether it's a celebrated classic or one of the latest blockbusters, you'll be sure to find it here. Please enjoy yourselves.
The showing on screen 1 will soon begin.
You can watch movies.
If you have a ticket,
Step right up.
Welcome to Stardust Cinema. Thank you for choosing us today. What's playing right now? I mean, you gotta see the ball and 3 tickets for 3-point heat. That'll be 600 Mira. Well, at least the inflation hasn't gotten here.
buy a souvenir to remember your
We're a little short on funds for that. What? All right, Nadia, cough up. We gotta pawn some shit off. Both of you need to pawn stuff off of your tickets. Elaine's got enough for hers. It's just you two.
good news, everyone.
Anything of interest? I hope you found everything to your liking.
Dang old, can't even afford to go to the movies anymore, man.
Step front.
The trio made their way into the theater, having decided to watch a movie during their work break. Yep, work break. The story centers around Green Hill High School Basketball Club. The team captain, Howell, hails from the Central East and loves basketball more than anyone. Despite the passion and guidance from the team's half-Eastern manager, Lin Fa, the school has never been known for its success in the sport. That is until a basketball-playing prodigy by the name of Evans joins and turns the team into an unstoppable powerhouse. But what they gain in athletic prowess, they lose in team spirit. Their victories are owed to Evan, and now their new captain dominating all the plays. The team was effectively reduced to a one-man show. Evan mocks Lil, calling him the biggest piece of dead weight on the team, and removes him from the starting lineup. Then comes the final game of the season, where they faced off against their toughest opponents yet. Evan is unable to break through their impregnable defense, and the first half ends without Green Hill scoring a single point. You guys did a whole basketball half and you didn't score a single point? That seems highly unlikely. The team's simmering frustrations with Evan reaches a boiling point. The heated arguments and accusations ignite Evan's short fuse. I don't think you don't actually get to see the movie. We just give you the Wikipedia plot summary up until the last 30 seconds. He attempts to storm out in a fit of rage, only to be stopped short by their normally unflappable team manager.
We're a team, aren't we?
Are we? I don't see a team. Just a bunch of chumps who can't score for shit. Listen up. If any of you get your hands on the ball, pass it to me. I'll turn this game around in no time flat.
You just don't get it, Evan. How can I get this through your thick skull? You have no idea what this sport is about.
Oh, great. You're all here. I just got done talking to the coach. Hey, Evan, do you mind if I be selfish for a sec? Put me in for the second half. Please, I'm begging you.
Damn it, they're all over me. I might be able to make a pass, but is anyone even open?
Art is something else, man.
Now's not the time to be calling it quits, Evan. I might not be great at this game, but I love it more than anything in the world. So I get it. I get why you're so fired up about it. Our passion burns just as bright as yours, and it won't get snuffed out here. No way in hell!
What's with that stupid grin on his... Oh no. That guy can't do anything right. Ah, what the hell. Go for it, Halil. Show me that you've got what it takes.
You can do it! Take it to the hole, you two!
By God. Cinematic masterpiece. Wow, that was awesome. I love me a good coming-of-age story. Basketball seems like it would be pretty fun. My alma mater, Artemis Academy, had a basketball team too, until the incident. Back then, our team was good enough to make nationals, and I hear the talent of the current roster is nothing to scoff at. That's the school Anyas goes to, right? Didn't Van graduate from there as well? Well... he attended, but in truth, he dropped out partway through. Ooh, do tell, why don't you spill the tea about that and your little romantic escapades with him? I'm dying to know more. I'm choosing not to grace that with a response. Right, I forgot they sell brochures of the films here. Perhaps I should buy one for Van. Yo, we're so connected. One more? Okay. We'll check out is it the Golden Blood sequel?
Step right.
The Adventures of Rockford Golden Calamity. Presumably related to Golden Blood.
Thank you for your visit today.
It should be called The Adventures of the Rockford Calamity Golden Blood story. The trio made their way into the theater, having decided to watch a movie during their work break, because it's like we really don't trust the audience to be able to figure out that they're related. In Delville, Rita Rockford is an archaeologist and a skilled treasure hunter. Her next quest is to find the Golden Staff of Salal, a relic that caused disastrous calamities in a bygone age. She travels to ruins in the far reaches of the continent where she meets and rescues an indigenous girl, Asha. Her kidnappers are after the Golden Staff, and they require her blood to retrieve it. Her golden blood! Rita and Asha band together to infiltrate the depths of the ruins to steal the staff right from under their noses. However, their efforts are thwarted by the dastardly Willard, an old family rival from her father's time. Willard is the ringleader of an illegal excavation group known as the British. He takes Asha's hostage and tells Rita to hand over the treasure in exchange for her life. Rita readily complies, and Willard, now in possession of the treasure, loses himself in ecstasy. What? But then the ruins begin to collapse and shake around him, causing the staff to slip out of his hands. Willard chases the staff and it rolls across the ground. In that moment, Rita sees an opening. And then, like, his face melts off.
I'll be taking that!
Hand over the staff. Or would you prefer I put a bullet in this poor girl's head?
No! Please! Don't do it, Rita!
Fine. Put the gun down, and I'll toss you the staff.
No, that would be stupid. Why would I do that?
A wise decision. It's lighter than before. No, it's a fake!
And you call yourself my father's rival. Shame you don't have his eye for antiquities.
Huh? You're giving this to me? Really?
Oh, if only I had some sort of ranged weapon I could use.
I promised I'd protect it for you, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. And a promise is a promise. Thank you so much, Rita.
Damn you, Rita Rockford. Damn you!
Oh yeah, I do have a gun.
The day I die. And before that happens, I will have my revenge.
Keep dreaming. You'll never get your hands on these treasures because I'll always be there to protect them. Or my name isn't Rita Rockford.
Man, what a fall from grace. She's really slop maxing. To think we almost gave her an award last year, man. I guess that's why she's in Messeldown, and Dan's arc is probably something to do with the movie. Wowee, the treasure hunting life sounds awesome. You get heart-pounding thrills and free golden treasures. I guess you'd fixate on that part. What caught my eye, though, was the lead actress. Her name is Judith Lannister, though I'm sure you don't need it to tell you that. She's well known even among non-moviegoers. Knowing the two of you, I assume you worked out the other name she goes by, yes? What can you mean? I don't know anything about a cat lady's going around disturbing the peace. It hasn't been long since we arrived in Calvert, but I suppose we could have read about it. I suppose we could read about it more in the paper. It's alright. I don't really feel like going into that much detail about it right now anyway. Dan's office is getting livelier all the time. He'll have his work cut out for him when he gets back. Okay. Better the two. I gotta admit, 3-point heat was putting out a little bit more heat. You know? What about Pawn, man? I want to watch that shit. Look at him, man.
Is showing on screen too?
In a world filled with palms? There is only one pond.
Please silence your phones and enjoy the film.
Y'all can have that one for free. You can use that as the
those
movie
security
tagline.
robots? They don't look like the ones I'm used to seeing.
Oh, these
Those
little
are
fuckers.
Robovacs. As I recall, they're newly manufactured by the Vern.
What are you talking about?
I hear they're testing them out here at Trion Mall.
Those are the
This should be
things
a
that you fight in the
household
sewers
staple.
in Azure.
I can make these things do all the cleaning for
And maybe
me.
Zero. They drop down and they're like, I get suction beamed. They used to be big, but of course Calvert. Oh, they're so technologically superior. They can only make robots that are freaking 1/10 the size of the cool shit that was in the damn sewers of Crossbell.
And make a wishy with Mishy.
Sounds like Mishy's show has drawn another full crowd today. More security here at Trion Tower, though, so sadly, watching it up close is out of the question for me. It's fine, though. Hearing the cheers and merrymaking from here is all the secondhand fun I need. Yeah, okay. Wait till Mashi comes back, and then you'll really see some shit.
It's Mishy!
Don't be fooled.
Whoa, Mishy goes, he's on a fucking diet, man. He's like bulimic. What the hell? See, Mashi, he's tastefully chubby. I didn't actually mean to proc it, but... Mishy, over here! What's on mine? A one simple mascot. I can take both the Empire and Republic by storm. Like, nah, man, it's actually like, it's got like uncanny. He needs to have a bit more chub. It's throwing me off. That's no easy feat when you think about it. All of Mishy's brand management in Calvert is handled by Valis Investment Bank. Much of this popularity here can be attributed to their financial might. That being said, what's eating at you? This is an imposter. You two are familiar with the original Mishy, correct? Take a closer look if you... Okay, so it is supposed to look different. Huh? Compare the Mishy you know to the way this one has been localized with the Calvardian market. Obviously, the most drastic discrepancy is the head-to-body ratio, but the size of his ears and the pattern of his tail differ subtly as well. Moreover, exaggerating his paws ends up compromising any sense of unity in his design. When added together, seemingly minute factors have considerable impact on his overall silhouette. Granted, this Mishy does have his own charms, but I'm disinclined to call him authentic. Oh, we got a connoisseur over here. Let's let her have this one. Okay, I mean, it's alright, Elaine. We can be haters together. My sweet beloved Mishy, what have they done to you? That tail, gangly frame, those slick dance moves, the odd scathing quips. That thing isn't the same Mishy who stole my heart and crossbow. And yet here I am, crawling back to see his shows anyway. The tragic tale of pathetic Michelinite.
And other various shops to
Hashtag not my Mishy. They made ugly Mishy. Where's my redesign? Me he he, make a wishy and dance to the beat with Mishy, everybody. Don't worry if you got two left feet. Nobody's watching as much as you think they are. Cast that shame away and let your instincts run wild. You stop rhyming, brother? So some moneybags and balls bought the rights to Mishy and tweaked them into this? Feels kind of like an off-brand second cousin to one in Michelin. Is he even allowed to be this, whatever this is? It sparked some controversy between fans, but this iteration of Mishy seems to be popular despite it all. Well, I mean, the problem wouldn't be if they just called him like, if they called him Mashi, if it's, you know, Mishy's fucking cousin. But nah, the stupid investment bankers, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. The marketing majors run the damn world, but they're all idiots.
Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's
No offense. Make some noise, everybody! Let your instincts run wild. Oh, my instincts say I'm not watching it. You're dead to me. All right, we'll talk to the last couple people here, and then I think we'll call it and finish the area off next time. What am I supposed to do now? My mirror is as good as gone at this point. Get a hold of yourself, Ned. There's no time to call it quits. Maybe I could try out that thing people keep whispering about. This guy's really monologuing, huh? Can't say I'm not curious. Let's just leave him to it. If only there was some sort of substitute Spriggan who could help me out. And another wonderful bustling morning at the Trion Mall. My mood picks up every time I visit. There's always something new to discover. I mean, there's like 4 stores here. I'm here to fund a little treat for my former caregiver turned... Oh, yeah, that's who you are. A former caregiver turned friend Lula. Something sweet should help prick her after all the singing and dancing she's been doing lately.
Let's go.
Alright, fine. Just for that, we're turning the video off. Blame Nadia. We were gonna actually do fucking 5 hours in this video. It was gonna be the longest video ever made. But no, because Nadia complained. We're just gonna stop here. Blame her. We'll finish off the rest of Trion Tower next time, and I guess progress the main story. Should be fun. We'll get to also pop by the Liberal Boutique, see who's running that, see if we know him. At a glance, somebody with blue hair, don't recognize him. It's not immediately jumping out at me, but I would be very surprised if it wasn't like at least some minor character from the Sky games. But we'll find that out next time. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.